Hello everyone, this is Julie with Craft with Julie, and today we're going to work on layout number 2 in the lovely Floral Scrapbooking Workshop collection, or workshop kit, I guess it's called. Each kit comes with all of the pattern paper, the cardstock, the stickers, the die cuts, to create these 3 layouts. So we're going to work on number 2 today. I have decided to use number 2 to scrapbook the first day of school for my kids. For some reason, the colors just kind of spoke to me, and then what they were wearing totally matches the paper. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to change this up to make it into a back to school page. So I actually have laid this out. Nothing is glued down yet. I've kind of laid it out how they suggested. So it's kind of a little swampy, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to change it. So we have this beautiful paper in the background. It is gorgeous. I just love, love, love this paper. So I'm glad that we don't cover up too much of it. Then they have you add this peacock color and then this other floral. I think this floral is a little too much, so it is going to go bye-bye. And then the make time for fun doesn't really work for back to school because let's just face it, school is not fun for children most usually, well, my kids anyway. But I love this little cut apart card. It came in like a sheet and you could cut out different elements and it kind of looks like a piece of paper, so I'm going to leave that. My photos are different than theirs were. Theirs have, let's see, larger photos, but my little guy had, I don't know, I wanted to make him smaller. So I'm going to just move these a little bit and make kind of more of a square, not having them overlap each other. And then we have the little die cut pieces on the back of the the punch out sheet. They have which project the piece goes to, so it makes it super easy to know where things go, and you don't have to use them, but I'm going to see if they will work with the theme that I'm going with. And then they had this little piece that matched this one over here, and I didn't really like that either. So I went into the extra pieces. So I cut all of the layouts or the pieces how they tell me to, and then I keep all the extras, and that's how I kind of change them up and personalize them. So this was an extra pattern piece, and I'm going to add it right here so it matches this spot right here. And then we need a little spot here for a kind of like a title. So I grabbed some basic beige and I ran it through the exposed brick embossing folder, the 3D embossing folder, and added it here. I did just add the cardstock first, but it looked too flat. So I added a little dimension to it, and then I cut this piece. Let me show you. I actually dove deep into my stash and found some fun back to school from close to my heart. So I'm going to use this one, the Looking Forward, and then this is where this little pocket comes from, is the birthday celebration dies. I'm going to add that there. There's our exposed brick, and these are actually from last time's project. Those are just extras. And then I might add a little extra bling with the charming Shimmer faceted dots. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a few elements first. So I'm going to add my title. Scooch this over for a second. And my title is going to be, oh, this one too, the school year stamp of the month. That was like 8 of 17. Wow. Okay, that's been a minute. This is also close to my heart. So don't be afraid to pull out what you already have to change these up. And I'm going to do this first day of school. And the colors in this are, there's Cajun Craze and Early Espresso. I think I'm going to do the Cajun Craze to bring kind of in that more red color. And let me grab, that will work, a block. Yeah, I haven't pulled these out in a while, but I'm glad I have a few different sets I can choose from, still in my stash. Okay, first day of school. I'm not sure if I've used it or not, but I'll go ahead and season it. And then I'm going to ink it up with Cajun Craze. It is like the perfect fall color. And let's do first day of school. They're in the center. I might need to dirty that up a little bit with a little dauber, but we'll see. Okay, and another thing I want to stamp while I have this out is this little new moments, new memories, new adventure, and add it to the second page. So hopefully I have a block long enough for this guy. Let's grab the block. Okay, I have this long one, and it looks like it will work. Okay, so I'm going to use the little squishy mat, and I'm going to stamp it on the basic beige. There's two sides, so I was trying to see what side I used so it matched. There we go, the lighter side. And I'm going to use Early Espresso and add these words to document this moment of back to school. This is actually this year, so look, I am like keeping caught up, kinda. And then let's do one more new moments to finish out that side. Actually, I messed up right there, so let's flip it over. Try again. That's why it's so great. We have two sides to every piece. And I'll make sure to push on that end a little bit. That's when one of those stamp positioners would be really great, right? And then I'm just going to re-stamp so it kind of just continues down the line. Okay, I think I like that. All right, so I'm gonna grab, oh, before I put this away, I'm going to grab a blending brush, and I'm going to try it out on this. See if I want to blend a little bit in the center. Yeah, I think I do. Okay. Just to kind of accent that a little bit more. Okay, so it's not so like stark white. There we go. Okay. So I think I have all the added things that I want to add to this layout. So not too many. I just went in the stash, found a few extra things that would personalize this page. Okay, the other thing I wanted to do, so I feel like this Early Espresso is like lost behind the photo. So I'm actually going to grab the photo mats that came with the page, or with the kit, and I'm going to add the photo onto the white. So I did cut the photos down a little bit smaller than 4x3. And so those pop a little bit more. See how that just adds a little difference to that? So let's go ahead and add this picture. So this guy, he's started junior high, and he has more photos because Mom takes him to school, and I wouldn't leave until he gave me the photos I wanted. Right? You're like, you will smile until I tell you. No, not really. He's just easier to photograph than the teenager. who is like, I am late and I gotta go. So I got one photo from her and I call that a win. Okay. So let's do that. And then I'm actually gonna add this right across the bottom like that. Oh, let me add this photo. So let me know if you liked this approach a little bit better, having the pieces as they were and then showing you how I changed it. Let me know. Or if you just like me to go ahead and just change it from the beginning. I can do either way. Okay, so what I like about these workshop kits is they tell you kind of where to put the page. So this one is an inch from the left hand side and an inch down. So let's go ahead and follow that. And now that I'm looking at it, I think I'm going to switch these. I'll try that out for a minute. Okay, so a 1/2 inch down and 1 inch from the side. So there we go. Oops, let's line it up on the ruler correctly or on the page. Okay, and then this green is 1 3/4 down. You could use a lighter side if you want. So 1 3/4 and 2 inches. So 1 3/4 and 2 inches. Goes kind of right there. Something is squeaking over on my desk, so sorry if you can hear that. All right, so now we can add these pieces. What I did was I cut this the same size as of this, so I knew exactly the right size. And I did use that 3D brick. I think it's called, oh, it's exposed brick. That's what it's called. I think I'm gonna add it up here. The exposed brick embossing folder. I will put a list of all the extra supplies I used in the description, so you know, you can see if you have them in your stash and check it out. So I think I'm going to just go ahead and add some dimensionals to this. And I'm leaving the top open for just a second because it kind of reminds me of a pocket. So I might add some flowers to that peeking out. So I'm going to lightly put that on right now, and then I'll try out the flowers in just a second. So let's add this photo. And there we go. I think I'm going to eyeball it. Like, what is squeaking? Oh, I think it's my ruler. Okay, and then let's do this side. So this green piece is 1 3/8 by 1/2. Let's scooch all of these things off. I love these scrapbooking workshops. Well, actually, we need to do this blue one first, sorry. Oh, I should have flipped it around. That's really cute too. But he has blue, so let's stick with the blue. Now that I put adhesive on it. Don't forget to flip the papers over. And you can see what's on the other side. But like I was saying, I love these kits because it gives you a starting point. You don't have to really think other than, do I like it like this or do I need to change it? And and you can just go from there. So 1 3/8 and then a 1/2 inch. Right there. So you can go and check out the first layout. I put that, I did it, oh goodness. I posted that a little bit ago, and I'll put a link to that in the video, so you can check out how I changed the first one. Let's lay these out and see if that's, okay, I like that. Just by changing a few of the little elements, you can definitely make these your own. Okay, And the only thing I have added is some accents and some stamping. The rest of it came in the kit. So you definitely can just grab a kit and go. All right, and then this little piece down here, so it matches this piece on this side. Add that right there. And then I want to add this cute little banner across the bottom. Just to add this basic beige color over here as well. So that's why I did it. And then I saw that long phrase and I was like, oh, that would be so cute to go tie in with the whole school theme. Okay, so now we can add the accents. So I just grabbed the die cuts that were suggested for, die cuts. They're not die cuts, they're punch outs that were suggested. And let's kind of see where they have put them. So this is kind of over here. Maybe I could just squish it under there and put a date. So we can put that there for a second. And then this one was down here with 2 of the flowers. And then this one was up here with this one. And then this one was over here, kind of like right there. Okay, so let's see if we want to go ahead and change things a little bit. I don't want to cover up my journaling. So maybe I will move this over here and add these flowers coming out of that pocket like I kind of wanted to do. Let's see. Or just put them on top. Or I could just change this whole thing and put them over there instead and just do flowers and not the leaves. There's a lot of different options. Or do the smaller leaves. And then we can add, I mean, we could still actually put this one down here just a little bit further so it doesn't come up too, and then add this one over here with these little guys. So that is an option. And let's see what we have in the stickers. So this would totally match. I'm trying to see what they suggest. They add, oh, there's all those stickers go on the next one. So there's a couple little words: full hearts, adventure, love, time together, perfect place, happy little moments. I don't want to do the purple because they definitely don't match. I don't want to do happy days because my kids are like, no, it's not happy, we're going to school. I could use this leaf to add some. Cherish each memory and hold it close, big smiles. They were big fake smiles. Let's make the most of today. I mean, that could work too. Let me see. I'm not sure. I think that's just an extra one. Okay, I'm gonna mess around with this a little bit and then we'll decide where to put them all. Okay, so I changed it up actually quite a bit after I messed around with it for a minute. So this little sprig worked perfectly to kind of come out of the pocket for first day of school, and then I'm adding all the rest of the florals over here using the Let's Make the Most of Today. And I added some dimensionals behind the sticker, and so I did this one flat, I popped this one up, and then I'm going to add these as well. So this one is popped up. This is a sticker. So you can mix and match. And then I'm going to add this one. I think I'm just going to add it flat as well. And that little floral cluster kind of going up the side of that page. So there we go. Okay, and tuck that one in there as well. Okay, So now we just need to add some bling. So I didn't use this one floral. I guess I could probably stick it in here somewhere, but I didn't use the big leaves. So let's grab the accents that I showed you earlier. If I can find it where I put them. Okay, here they are. So again, they are the Charming Shimmer Faceted, I'm not sure which way, dots. And they do match this paper collection, and I really love this lighter pink. So let's add those sprinkled throughout the page. I'm gonna grab these off the little sticker and do like a large one and a small one. And then over here, oh, I got some ink on my fingers. Like a large one and a small one right here. And I think that might be all I need to do. So I think this page is done. I just need to add my journaling to this little journaling spot, and their first day of school is documented. Let me know if you like this change in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, I would love a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos and layout number 3 that's coming soon. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.